Hello and welcome back to the channel Your Stars Aligned. This is Carmina, astrologer with Vedic principles and reader with the cards of truth. Okay, so today I thought that we would continue our series of discussing the cards of truth one by one, and I thought that today would be the turn of the jacks. We'll be having a two-part video. In one video I'll explain to you the theory, what each of the suits of the jacks can be in theory, and then I'll show you another video where I practice with a manual cast or with the cards of truth software, so you can see the meaning of these cards in your natal spread or in the year. Yes. So before we get to it, let me quickly remind you that I offer services, reading services with both cards of truth and Vedic astrology. You can check that out on my website, yourstarsaligned.com. I also offer tutoring and classes on both cards of truth and Vedic astrology. So if you are that way inclined, you can message me. So let's get to it. Jacks. It's funny that we discuss jacks today because yesterday evening my time, Uranus just switched signs. I think it happens every 8 years. So Uranus is now in Taurus. It was in Taurus last time 81 years ago. So I think it's something pretty eventful that happened. And why am I mentioning Uranus? Well, because the jacks hold within them the energy of the planet Uranus. So the jacks are pioneers. The jacks are, they like to begin things. They can be a bit erratic also sometimes, but they're always original and they're always like doing their own thing. So this is like the essential energy of the jacks of all suits. So what else can we say about jacks? So they are connected to the Uranus card, like in a card spread. When you see a jack, you can also look at the Uranus card to see how the energy mixes. And also, if your ecliptic is a jack, you can also look at the Uranus card because that's what it's connected to. Jacks have within them the energy of cards Ace, 2, and 3. So they have that initiating role, right? As the jacks initiate things, the queens sustain things. The queens are 4, 5, and 6. And the kings bring things to a conclusion as they are 7, 8, and 9. So, this is in a nutshell like the energy behind all the jacks that you see in any card spread. And now we'll go with the jacks one by one. And of course we'll start with the spade suit. The jack of spades. I'll post a photo right here. I'm gonna be using pictures of the jacks from a deck of cards that I've been working on with an illustrator. So we have all the illustrations done. Now I just need to find the right publisher so I can print them out and you can get them if you like them. But yeah, I really designed these like the way according to the cards of truth principles, and also I designed them in a way that I would find them appealing because I use them so often. I need to have, to be attracted aesthetically to them. So yes, so the jack of spades. The jack of spades is the so-called least fun of all the jacks because the spades have this very hard working quality. They're a black suit, so they're more active. They don't receive so many things, they have to do it themselves. So the jack of spades is also called the orphan card. It's the soldier, it's the spy, it's anybody who takes a lot of risks. And as you probably know, because I mentioned it in other videos, that the jacks although they have the energy of the ace 2 and 3, they especially have the energy of the ace. So, the jacks relate to this initiating force, but in the case of the jack of spades, it's an initiating force that has to break through. Like, like a spring flower has to break through the frozen earth to get to the sunshine, and also has to take some risks and, like shoot up a leaf or two just to see like if the environment is safe enough to develop. So yes, the jack of spades is someone or a state that we are going through that is very risky, and we have to do whatever it takes to survive. So that's why it's not fun. So yeah, we have to do everything in our power just to get by. And if the jack of spades is reversed in a manual spread, or if the jack of spades has, for instance, Pluto, Saturn, and a Rahu in it, like the North Node in Cards of Truth software spread, that means that this person can also do some less orthodox ways. They can resort to less than orthodox ways to survive, right? It's like somebody that has to steal. So the jack of spades can also be a thief because they just need to get by. So yeah, this is like a very stressed and, just it's a fighting spirit, a fighting energy, but also like really stressed and really, just doing everything they need to get by. That is the energy of the jack of spades. Let's move on to the next suit. Let's move on to hearts. Okay, as the jack of spades was like, a very a temporary state of, beginning and taking risks and, and doing whatever it takes to survive, the jack of hearts, I think, is at the other side of the jack spectrum. Because, all the jacks are temporary cards, they just begin things. But the jack of hearts is special because the jack of hearts is a fixed card. So it always stays the same in quadrations in the queen spread. So what that means is it's a fixed energy. It's something that has long-lasting effects. So it's a change of feeling. It's a change of Actually, it's not a change of feeling. It's a new feeling. It's a new attitude that will have long-lasting effects in someone's life. That is the jack of hearts. The jack of hearts is also the lover card. So when you get a jack of hearts 1 year, if other things confirm it, for instance, like the seventh cusp, or you have other indications, you can get like a new person in your life. The jack of hearts can also be a new baby. The jack of hearts can also be something new that you are passionate about, like starting a new business, because business is also like a baby in a way. But cusps matter there. In the Cards of Truth spread and in manual cast, you see the other cards and you see what the vibe of the whole spread is, so you can realize like what you're talking about, like a business or a baby. Yes, the jack of hearts is called the lover card. So yes, it's all about feelings, it's about how you feel and a long-lasting change in the way you feel. Also, if you get a jack of hearts, for instance, on the Saturn card, it can show for a child especially that you're getting a new pet, because a pet is like some emotional connection that's gonna take a long time. And why on the Saturn card? Well, the Saturn card also relates to animals because, Saturn is like nature, it's primal, it's basic. And also Saturn card relates to what we are in service of. If we have a pet, we kind of are in service to it because we have to feed him, we have to clean after him. So this is why, like, a jack of hearts in the Saturn card can relate to the first pet or a new pet or something like that. Okay, so moving on from the heart suit to the club suit. The Jack of Clubs. Well, what can the Jack of Clubs initiate? It can show like somebody that's starting a lot of new projects. All the jacks can show like it can show somebody new in your life, but unless it's the Jack of Hearts, it's gonna be somebody more temporary. So yeah, it can show that you're starting like a lot of new intellectual or creative or projects that you're inspired with, or it can show that you're somebody new in your life, but it's not going to be somebody um, so permanent unless their birth card is Jack of Clubs, or they have self factors on the Jack of Clubs. And it's all about inspiration and like starting a lot of things. It's a nice card to have. And yeah, that's about it for the Jack of Clubs. I think it's pretty clear. And then moving on to the Jack of Diamonds. The Jack of Diamonds is called the salesman card. It can be a person that can show you the worth of things and the worth of the present moment. A person that makes every little moment feel like wonderful, because that's what a good salesman does. A good salesman shows you that you are worthwhile enough to bring this new and valuable product in your life. So to spend some money in order to increase the quality of your life. That's what a good salesman does. So yeah, it can be somebody charismatic, somebody new. If it's a new lover, it's gonna be like temporary, because Jack, and except for the Jack of Hearts, the other Jacks just like come and go. And yes, so a Jack of Diamonds can also be you getting a temporary job. And it's also an attitude. It's an attitude of realizing the worth of things and conveying it. However, if the Jack of Diamonds is reverse, or if in Cards of Truth spread it has a lot of separating or cruel planets in it, it can be somebody that in order to sell you something is gonna be trying to cheat you. So not a good salesman, dishonest salesman. The diamonds are all about worth, so the Jack is no exception. It's like starting new things that are worthwhile. It's about seeing and showing the worth in things. Okay, so these are the main qualities of the Jack. Let me know if anyone here is a Jack birth card, or has like self factors on Jack cards, and if they can identify with these things. And I will come back to you soon to make another video on how to interpret it in card spread, manually cast card spread, and Cards of Truth, natal and yearly. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the Jacks, if you have Jacks in your spread, and don't forget to check out my website, yourstaralign.com/courses or /readings, to see what services I offer. Okay, catch you guys soon. Bye!